Look, have you ever really stopped to think about why you're going after God? Like, for real. Not that cute little answer you give at church or type into your Insta bio. I'm talking about the real reason. Because there's a verse in John 6:26 that's basically a spiritual slap in the face. Jesus turns to the crowd and says, "You're looking for me, not because you saw the miraculous signs, but because you ate the loaves and had your fill." Man, that hits different. Because, let's be honest, even today, a lot of folks are still chasing Jesus just for the bread. The bills paid, the relationship fixed, the job offer, the healing, the breakthrough. And yeah, don't get it twisted. It's not wrong to ask. Jesus himself said he's a good father. But the real issue? It's when he becomes just some kind of spiritual vending machine. Like, you pray, make your request, and boom, expect it at your doorstep like a holy Amazon Prime delivery. But then what? When the answer delays? When the yes turns into wait or even no? That's when people ghost. They vanish from church, drop the devotionals, ditch their calling. Why? Because it was never about Jesus, it was about the bread. Back in that moment in John 6, Jesus had just pulled off an insane miracle, feeding a crowd with 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he didn't just feed them, there were leftovers. People were shook. But when they came looking for him again, it wasn't to say, "Lord, teach us, change our lives." Nah, they just wanted more bread, more freebies, another miracle. And that right there shows something ugly. We've got this crazy ability to turn sacred things into selfish ones. Faith turns into a transaction. The altar becomes a checkout counter. Prayer becomes a shopping list. God, give me this, fix that, open this door, and when it doesn't go our way, cue the spiritual tantrum. God forgot me. He doesn't hear me. What's the point of praying? Nah, bro, you're the one not listening. You're praying with a twisted heart. You're chasing bread when you should be chasing presence. This verse is flashing like a red warning light, screaming for us to check our motives. Because following Jesus, it's not about the easy life. It's not about getting everything we want. It's about dying to ourselves. It's about the cross. And let's be real, that doesn't trend. That doesn't go viral. People want hype, feel-good sermons, prosperity vibes, but they don't want discipline. They don't want the grind. They want the blessing without the burden, the promise, without the process. And then Jesus comes through with this one-liner and wrecks all the fake hype. You're here for the bread, not for me. Man, if that doesn't make you stop in your tracks, I don't know what will. Today, churches look like malls. Ministries look like brands. Pulpits are turning into performance stages. And the crowd? Still hungry, but not for righteousness. They want more bread, more applause, more sugar-coated feel-good fluff. But guess what? That kind of hunger doesn't last. That kind of faith doesn't stand. Because Jesus didn't come to be your genie. He came to transform you. The bread satisfies for a day. His presence satisfies forever. Miracles fade, but real transformation? That stays with you. That changes your walk. That molds your soul. So ask yourself, seriously, what are you chasing? Are you after his heart or just his handouts? And yo, if this hit you somewhere deep, if it stirred something in your chest, don't ignore that. Don't brush it off. Maybe it's time to drop the bless me gospel and start seeking something real. If you're with me, drop a comment. I choose his presence over the bread. And tag that friend who only runs to God when things get rough. Let's call this what it is. Let's be real. Because at the end of the day, Jesus isn't looking for hungry crowds. He's looking for whole hearts.